So there's my two girl ducks. Hi, babies. It's about 9 degrees out. And I'm going to show you the setup I have in the pen. My yard looks pretty dismal, but the grass will come back. We'll reseed it. We'll probably rototill some of the land back here. And reseed it. And then what I do, I mean, ducks are really harmful to your yard. I mean, and then they like to dig, of course. So they'll dig around any edge. And so I'll put dirt in here, reseed it. And then what I'll do is I'll just section off a part of the yard to give the grass time to grow. But I want to show you, I have this aviary netting with these 2x4s. It would have looked nicer if I would have stained the 2x4s, but I didn't. They got frisbees on top with a metal plate. Tiny little space right here. I have a couple little dogs, chihuahuas, and they just push their nose right through there to get in the yard. But this aviary netting is really a godsend because I have small dogs. Don't have to worry about the hawks anymore. It's just perfect. It's 2-inch knotted aviary netting. Now this is my pen. It's a 10-foot by 10-foot pen. It's just a day pen. If it snows more than 3 inches or so, I have to go out and knock the, I just kind of use an extendable like dust mop, and it just slides right off. The snow just slides right off. So I just put tarps up, and there's a tarp on the flat there. So I got the A-frame, but I got the flat part of the roof covered. I'm going to show you on the inside. So I use this clear plastic if I lock them in there. If it's raining really bad or snowing and it's during the day, they don't even go out till like 9:30 when it's bitter cold like today. What I do is I'll hang a piece of plastic here in the doorway to block the wind, and they just know to go in through here. So there's not much of an opening. And then I got the rest, you know, the whole pen's closed off. So what I do is I just kind of use clothespins so I can get in here. And then here is the inside of the pen. I got some spare straw. Got a couple igloos in here. 3 heat lamps. They got a 250 watt heat bulbs. The red ones. And they lay under them. They do lay on. I have a resident mouse as well. And the resident mouse comes out. So they're food. And here's the heated bucket. Now these buckets are great. The water does not freeze. These are really good. They don't heat the water, but they keep the water from freezing. Now I have them on old rubber mats. There's a thermostat in the bottom. You could even see the screws there. You could take the cover off. You cannot submerge these in water. You can't have them anywhere where you like on grass or whatever where they're going to be submerged if it rains really bad. They need to stay dry. There is a way to reset them if they quit working. You can call the company and they'll actually tell you how to reset the thermostat. But they worked out really well for me. And they just get 2 buckets of water. And I let them bathe in the house this time of year, which you could see in some of my other videos. But this is what I do. Just kind of run it through, you know, the chain link. Pop it right into a 3-way. Now I have an extension cord that runs in here. And so, you know, it's just temporary for winter time. If you use these heat lamps, you don't want the line tight. You want to hang them by a chain. You want them secure. And this is what they look like. And I love them. These are fantastic. They're like $40 a piece though. They're not cheap. Temperature gauge in here, and the other half of this is in my house. It'll tell me what temperature is in here. So it's usually, you know, a few degrees warmer. And if the wind's not blowing, it's a decent spot for them. See how I have all this hardware cloth? I put chicken wire in first, but a raccoon could tear through that. So I put hardware, half-inch hardware cloth on top of it. So this whole, and then at the bottom I have hardware cloth, as you could see. So this pen is very secure. I lock them in here if I'm going to be gone for the day. That's what the chain's for in the lock. I actually lock the gate, even though I have a chain link fence that I lock as well. But I just wanted to show you, I put these supports in. These are just fencing supports. And I just locked them in with these fittings here that are fence fittings. So it gives it that added support. This is just like a Tractor Supply 10-foot by 10-foot pen. It was, I don't know, about 200 bucks. And then I just use these Harbor Freight tarps, which I remove in the spring. The only thing I leave is this top one up here. I leave the flat tarp in place. These are fencing poles, and that's what I used. I just put them together. You could see in there. That's all I used. 2 verticals and 1 horizontal with the, the connections, which you can't really see up in there. But you still have to go off and knock the snow. Now you could hit it from the inside here. Just take a broom and whack it, but you're going to tear up your tarp doing that. If you do it lightly, the snow will just slide off really most of the time. You should always check your duck's feet because they start getting abrasions, frostbite, they could get, little cuts that start getting infected. Go ahead, get in your igloo, and that's where they lay their eggs. They're not laying eggs right now. Quackers, what are you doing, girl? All right. Say they just want to be left alone, huh, girls? Say thanks for watching. So getting back to the heated buckets, this is the directions to reset the thermostat in the bucket if it ever quits working. And I do take care of them though. I empty them at the end of the day, the empty buckets into the house. I'll rinse them out, I'll wipe them down, and later on in the night, like around 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock, whenever I feel like it, I will fill the buckets up with clean water and carry them outside and plug them back in so my ducks have clean water in the morning. So thanks for watching.